March Inventory Madness has put Lady Luck on your side. Premier Heating and Air has a huge limited inventory offer on new heating and air units until they're gone. Don't wait. Find Lucky in your mailbox or online at premierishere.com. The choice is clear. Experience Premier.
Check the audio. The light around me is falling, but he bids me go through the voice of woe. Voice to be calling, and he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own, and the joy that we share as we tarry there, none others ever know, and the joy that we share as we tarry there, none others ever know. California has worn me quite thin. I just can't wait to see you again, but come Monday, it'll be alright. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight. I spent 4 lonely days in a brown LA, and I just want you back by my side. I spent 4 lonely days in a brown LA, and I just want you back by my side. You got that F in there, didn't you? Finally.
Portions of this program are brought to you by Matt Hatchett, your state representative in District 155. A product of Dublin and Lawrence County, Matt loves the St. Patrick's Festival and has served in many roles throughout his career. But above all else, Matt Hatchett loves serving the people in District 155. And on behalf of Kim, Emily, and Camille, the Hatchett family hopes you and your family enjoy the 59th Annual Dublin Lawrence St. Patrick's Festival. Aaron Gobra.
Welcome out, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at the Corned Beef and Cabbage at the First Methodist Church. I'm here with the Knights of Columbus, Mr.
Yes, I'm Rick Mims. I'm currently the Grand Knight of Council 11637 here at Immaculate Conception.
Lord, listen. Now, tell us about what you did today.
Well, what we did, we cooked about just under 200 pounds of beef, 150 pounds of potatoes, 50 pounds of onions, and about 100 pounds of cabbage.
Good Lord, that's a bunch of food right there.
Yes.
Now, how long did it take y'all to prepare for that?
Well, we started yesterday. We met about 11 o'clock, started heating our water, and we cooked the meat yesterday afternoon. Probably left here about 6. Then we got here about 7 o'clock this morning to cook the vegetables.
Lord, there's a bunch of time-consuming stuff to get ready.
Yeah, what you do is you cook the meat first so it has time to cool down a little bit overnight so you can handle it to slice it.
Now, tell me, how many years have you been doing this?
I believe this year is number 26.
Man, 26 long years of cooking.
Yep.
Now, over the years and watching it grow, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, of course, we've had a lot of membership turnover. People get transferring in, transferring out. And we started with the church right down here. And then we built our new church. And once we did that, then we would cook over at the old Moore Street Cove before it burned. But when we moved to our new church, the Methodists offered to let us use their hall here, so we had a central place downtown to serve it. And we've got a pretty good relationship with them. We not only do this, we also do our diaconate classes once a month here.
Now, tell us about the classes.
Well, what it is the classes where the deacons train. It takes them about 5 years. They come into class about once a month on Friday and Saturday. And Brother Jim Caldwell, who was a chef, he had been heading up the cooking, and we would come in and cook for them on Saturday to eat Saturdays to feed them.
Got you. So now going off the Knights of Columbus, tell us about what that is and what all y'all do.
What we do is everything we do is geared towards supporting the church and raising money for people who need it. And the only thing that we use is what we use to get the food or whatever our expenses are. Every other penny goes to charity.
Hey, that right there is some good stuff.
Yeah. None of these are paid positions.
That right there is truly God's work. Going in here, giving everything back to the charity in the church,
Yep.
and just doing the work, man. Lord, that is really good. Now tell us, how did you get started with Knights of Columbus?
Well, in the middle 90s, I had retired from the Navy in 93. And there was another gentleman who has since retired and moved up to North Georgia, excuse me, named Dennis Grzinia. And he and some other people who had been dealing with the Catholic Church for a long time I was a devout Catholic, but I was going to sea a lot with the Navy, so I was in and out, so I did not know about them. But Dennis got to talk to me about it, and we didn't have a chapter here. So he and some of the what we consider elders in the church, the older gentlemen, they got together and started talking to some other knights, and we decided to found a chapter here. So I'm one of the founding members.
Wow.
And Dennis got to talk to me and tell me about it, what they did. And he came up one day and he said, be in Savannah on this date at this time, we're going to found a chapter. So I met him in Savannah.
And look at where it's at now. Out here cooking, getting stuff ready for the church. That's some great stuff.
Yeah.
So now, if somebody wanted to join the Knights of Columbus, how would that work?
They can either talk to one of the knights or they can go online. Just type in Knights of Columbus and it will bring up, you can go into the website when it comes up and you can actually register online. And what that'll do is it'll register our Supreme headquarters. They will determine from your address the best council to go through, and then they will contact you and the council and get them in contact with each other so we can then get them set up to enter the Knights.
Well, hey, y'all heard that? Go join the Knights of Columbus, go get set up, get registered. That way, we can be out here helping the church and helping the charities. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.
Townsend Brothers Funeral Home has been serving our community since 1937. Our family will treat your family with grace, dignity, and heartfelt sincerity with an extraordinary level of professionalism. You are our friends, and it is a privilege to take care of you and your loved one in a time of need. Townsend Brothers Funeral Home, family owned and family focused.
We are still here having a great time at the Corned Beef and Cabbage Festival. I'm here with Mr.
Jim Caldwell.
Now, you're one of our chefs today, so tell us a little bit about what all you had to get prepared and how you cooked.
We started yesterday morning with the meat. We cook about 250 pounds. And as you can see, we use these large pots and with seasoning, with onions, garlic, some other seasonings. And we boil it for probably about 2.5 hours. We leave it in coolers overnight so it continues cooking. That's why it's so tender to eat today. Just too tender today, as we have a different vendor this year.
Gotcha. So now tell me how you got, go ahead.
We do the vegetables in the morning, cabbage, potatoes, carrots, and they finish about 12 o'clock, 12:30.
It was ready on time when people was coming out of the parade, you're getting ready to eat.
I'm ready to eat.
So now tell me how you got into all this, what got you started?
I've been cooking for about 40 years.
40 years, man, that's a long time to be cooking.
We've been on the corned beef for the last 22 years here, or I have. It's been going a while before that. So it is growing every year. We started out very small. Now we're looking at 250, 300, 350 dinners.
Yeah, it's a lot of people coming to eat.
Yes.
So now, what got you into cooking?
I lived in New Orleans. I worked in restaurants down there and had some pretty good chefs that I was with. And I got addicted to the Cajun food. So most of what I do is Cajun, although I've done some other traditions as well. But I've been cooking for large groups usually, feeding 100, 150, 200.
Lord. Cajun food is the best way to do it, though. I love me some Cajun food. It's good.
It's good.
Now, tell us a little about your time in New Orleans.
I've been there for about 13, 14 years, and I made that a home base, and then I went up to school. I spent 2 years up in Indiana getting a bachelor's degree, 3 years, 4 years in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a master's, and then moved to Alabama. But I worked in between times. I work in the restaurants. I don't know if you've been to New Orleans.
Haven't yet. Well,
Okay. Rennan's restaurant, Mr. B's. So I worked there for quite a while. Some great chefs that were there, still are. So
I could tell, because you got all these people coming up here to eat. You got to be a great cook to be having more people coming every single year.
it is, and it's with all these guys that help out.
There you go. That's the
and
fellowship
get it all
community.
together. Yes.
Yes, sir.
I couldn't do it by myself.
Amen. None of us could. If we didn't have God or our
That's
friends and family, we couldn't do nothing.
That's true. So I'm retired from most of the stuff right now. So I'm still doing this. I used to cook for a youth group, full week, 3 meals a day for 7 days, 100 of them
Lord.
boys, and then 100 girls for the second week.
Good Lord. All right, hey, there's a lot of cooking. And cooking takes a lot of effort.
Yeah, so 1,800 meals for the week.
Man. So you know your way around a pan.
Oh, yes.
Well, I hope you stay with it. I hope you keep on cooking for every single year to come. And I look forward to seeing you next year. Thank
As
you for
long
your
as I'm
time.
able.
I've always sort of had my rudder pointed at public service. I was very grateful that I had the opportunity and was given the opportunity by our governor, Governor Kemp, to serve in this position. And as I said before, I feel like I'm providing valuable public service to the community, and I feel like I'm serving well. I would say that my private practice, which was based here in Dublin and took me to superior courts throughout the Dublin Judicial Circuit and some outside the Dublin Judicial Circuit, but being in private practice exposes you to not just criminal cases, not just civil cases, but a good mix of both. I'm confident to say that I've handled pretty much every type of case that comes before a superior court judge, and so that's allowed me, as I said before, to hit the ground running and to really not skip a beat in my transition from being an advocate and a lawyer to sitting on the bench and making decisions on behalf of the people of the Dublin Judicial Circuit. I will also add that I was previously municipal court judge for the city of East Dublin. I did that for about 1.5 years, and I have previously served as an administrative hearing officer for the Department of Community Health for the state of Georgia. And so I do have prior judicial experience, and I have made decisions. I have analyzed the law and applied it to the facts of the cases that have come before me in the past, so I feel like I have the experience it takes to effectively get this job done. I believe that I have demonstrated that I can capably and competently handle this job, and I believe that I deserve to be elected a full term as a Superior Court judge.
We are still here at the Corned Beef and Cabbage Festival for St. Patrick's Day. I'm here with Mr.
Chris Lewis.
It's nice to meet you. You having a good day today?
Yeah, it's been great.
That's great. We're at the parade.
Yeah, loved it. It was awesome.
That's some great stuff. Now, you come here to Corned Beef and Cabbage. Tell us a little bit about what got you here today.
Well, my wife has always wanted to go to it, and she's never been able to make it here because of her job, and she actually works for Visit Dublin and moses around with people and everything. And so today we took our time and said, hey, let's do it. And so here we are. But it smells amazing up in
I
here.
have to say, we were out here talking to some of the chefs. They've been out here since yesterday cooking, getting it just right for y'all.
Awesome, man.
And so I can imagine how good it's about to taste.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, for sure.
So tell us a little about St. Patrick's Day, what y'all really do.
Well, we got up early this morning because we had to meet a videographer at like 9:30 over at the First African Church over there where Martin Luther King gave his first speech at 14 years old. And we went over there, and then we went down the line and checked out all the floats and everything. And they did some interviews and stuff. So I just been a tag along, but it's been amazing because I kind of got to see everything firsthand. Then we got back over to the main street. We watched the parade. We took pictures, selfies with everybody. We've had a great time, just like seeing people that we knew and meeting people that we didn't know. And so it's been really cool. And then like we just made it to this point. It was like, hey, it's time to eat. So let's go check out the corned beef and cabbage. And here we are.
Hey, there you go. Yeah. Well, y'all about to have a great meal because I'm telling you, y'all got to come out here next year. When I say it smells so good, it is crazy how good it smells. And the chefs, they said they cooked probably 150 pounds of potatoes, onions, and I think 1,000 pounds worth of beef, which is that is a lot.
Well, my appreciation level has just rose up because we just went through we were checking out the quilts over there, and I was amazed. I was like, you know, people just like, we buy stuff from overseas and we buy stuff from manufacturing, you know, and things like that. But it's like these people put their time into it. They put their effort into it. It's like there's not a quilt in there that's not amazing because somebody took their time to make this. And it's like, yeah, you can get a reprint. You can have it all, you know, just like spit out and everything. But when somebody takes their time to it, there's a level of appreciation that should be just a little bit higher than what you know. Anyway,
I'm right there with you because we just come from the quilt show, and hearing those ladies talk from the 1900s, some of those quilts are from.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think, like, man, when they had nothing, they were still having the time and the effort to put in these quilts.
It's amazing.
And they still look so beautiful.
It's amazing.
And we had the lucky opportunity just to talk to some of the people there and their quilts, some of the first quilts they've made, and it was just a great experience. So I'm glad y'all got to go through that because it truly was amazing.
It was. I'm glad my wife talked me into it, which I'm not resistant to any of it at all, but I love when she tells me about things that's going on in Dublin because I've lived in Dublin for about 4 years now, but I love the town. I love the people. I've had a super time being here, and I'd like to continue to keep going.
Hey, there you go. That's great. Well, I'll let you get to your meal. You have a great day.
Brother.